Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ball Not Court Podcast host Cortez Paul.
Along with my co-host Paul Mack.
I want to thank you folks for tuning in today and listening to the show. Basically, we cover basketball, football, NCAA, or anything that's related to current events with a humorous twist to it, at least. You can follow the podcast at BIOC Podcast at X or Twitter. We're also on Instagram at the same name, BIOC Podcast. You go to our YouTube channel, that's also BIOC Podcast. Our Facebook page is Balls Not Court Podcast. So if you could please just give us a like, shout, comment on any of those, and definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we thank you for listening and enjoy the show. Balls Not Court Podcast. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Ball Not Court Podcast. Cortez Paul is here. To my right or your left, wherever it may be, Mr. Paul Mack. Good evening, sir. How goes it, my man?
What's up? What's up? Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I mean, we're recording this on Wednesday, but by the time y'all hear it, it'll be Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving. Hope y'all are enjoying some football and your days off from work and your time with your family. So yeah, we're here for you.
Absolutely, man. I echo what Paul just said. Happy Thanksgiving. Definitely a time to be thankful for what we have. Miss a lot of things that's going on in today's world. We can sit back and naturally reflect. So before we dive into that, Paul, I know Thanksgiving is a big day in the household for both of us, man. We both like food. Talk to me about what's your go-to? What's your favorite side? Is it turkey or ham? Do you do something different? What's your go-to dessert? Talk to the people, man.
I mean, I get the privilege of having two Thanksgivings. So we do one at my house on Wednesday. So I just had my first Thanksgiving, and then we go to my mom's and spend time with my nieces and my sister and stuff. Usually we do a turkey over here, ham over there. My mom might make like some baked ziti every once in a while. But man, I'm all about it, bro. You don't put it on my plate. My girlfriend makes a bomb little macaroni and cheese, cornbread casserole, green bean casserole. I don't care what it is. Just put it all on the plate. Let it all just mingle. Let it all touch.
Yeah, man. This is where you allow it to touch.
Weird, man. This is the Super Bowl. This is the Super Bowl of dinner.
Man, me, the ham, definitely gotta be marinated with pineapple. Got some honey on it.
Ham guy over turkey? Your ham guy?
Yeah, ham guy. Turkey for me, man. You gotta cook it a certain way, and most people that try to cook it, it comes out dry. There's a science to cooking it, and so turkeys. And I don't want to offend any of my friends or family, but sometimes they hit or miss. So ham is usually a better done job, but collard greens, gotta go with that. Mac and cheese that you mentioned. Now, Paul, I'm gonna ask you this. We had a good debate at work. Cream cheese got to go into the mac and cheese, right?
No.
What? You're bugging, yo.
My girl makes the roux, the whole deal, all the fresh cheese. She don't need no cream cheese.
Man.
She got all kinds of cheese. She makes it all from scratch, bro. You want some macaroni and cheese, brother? I got you, son.
I'm gonna try it, man, because cream cheese
is one of them things, man. People just put cream cheese in every goddamn thing. I feel like cream cheese is like people's hack to shit. Like somebody at work today, somebody that they make some crock pot like corn thing with like cream cheese and corn, and I'm like, man, why people just put cream cheese in everything, bro? Like that's like our That's like our secret thing. Just put some cream cheese in it.
Yeah, man. Cream cheese, bacon it with all the cheddar cheese and all that stuff, man. Just make it gooey. I'm a cream cheese guy and mac and cheese. Paul's not, but man, but it's funny I mentioned that because it was split. It was a good debate about that. So
it doesn't matter how you make it. Like I said, when you can make the roux and all that, like what I mean, when you're making all that stuff, like you don't need it. It's gonna be good enough.
Yeah, man. Sweets, you gotta make sure you have the cheesecake with the strawberry, blueberry filling. Pound
Pumpkin
cake.
pie.
Yeah. Pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie. Really can't miss with any of those desserts. So, yeah, man, I'm getting hungry thinking about Thanksgiving. So we'll move on to the next subject and talk some football.
Yeah, I got pumpkin pie waiting for me when I'm done recording this, bro.
Oh man, lucky son of a gun, and I hope you thoroughly enjoy it.
Work's gonna suck on Friday, boy. I tell you what.
Oh man, you're gonna move slow. They gonna wonder what's going on with people, man. We're moving slow. The itis is real. All right, let's talk about these football games here. So
before we jump into this week, right? We didn't record last week. Mm-hmm. And there was just some really weird things that happened last week. I don't know if you're aware of the weirdness that occurred last week, but I just want to shout out Jacoby Brissett set an NFL record for most completions in an NFL game last week. And they got absolutely stomped. Like, what was he completing? Because they literally lost by like 20 points. So it's like, what? Like, that was just a weird stat for me. I didn't believe it until I saw it. I was like, what? Jacoby Brissett. And then I saw the score, and I was just like, there ain't no way, bro. But shout out Jacoby Brissett. And I don't think Kyler Murray is an Arizona Cardinal anymore.
No, it's done. It's a wrap. Paul, like it's done, yo.
NFL's been so weird this year, man. There's been so many weird things, bro. So weird.
You wait for all the winners to kind of pass with NFL, and this year just been continuous, just of things that are random. We still don't have a clear-cut favorite that can win the Super Bowl. I mean, the Rams, you can probably throw their name out there. They look pretty damn good. The Colts was looking good and they went down. We'll talk about that game. And then you turn around and then Broncos is on a bye last week, so they just pretty much stand pat. And
Seattle looks really good.
Seattle, looks good. Bucks on a slump. Bills lost to the Texans without their QB1. Davis Mills is QB2, and he took off. So yeah, just a lot of weird stuff going on that we're gonna dissect, man. And what's up with the Buffalo Bills, yo? This is the Thursday game that they end up losing. The Bills, it was 19-23. Texans was at home. Texans defense is legit. They go ahead and talk about a lot of things that can really do well in the side of that ball. Houston has been a top 5 defense the whole year. But Josh Allen is he had a assist TD performance the week before. And just
no touchdowns, 2 picks, sacked 8 times.
It was looking like a shell of himself, right? Or at least that's what that defense did to him, right?
Man, that defense, it's a shame they started the year off so bad because like their defense is really good, and like that's the thing, like right now too, especially in that division, like the Colts dropped somehow Jacksonville is right there. They're a game back of the Colts. Like the Texans are 6-5. They're a couple games back. So it's like they dropped some games early because CJ Stroud wasn't playing very well. But like the defense was always there, and it's just the AFC South is a lot more interesting than it was 3 weeks ago. I think the Colts were the clear-cut kind of run away with the division. And now, especially after the loss to Kansas City, I think we're all kind of like, these are the Colts that, like, this is Daniel Jones. This is, if Jonathan Taylor doesn't score 3 touchdowns, like,
this is what you're going to get.
What are the Colts? You know what I mean? And Jacksonville somehow struggle busting their way to 7-4. That might be the worst 7-4 team I've ever seen in my life.
They got the Titans.
Trevor Lawrence, man. Trevor Lawrence, boy.
Bro, they got the Titans next. And this is Jacksonville I'm talking about. And then they play the Colts in Jacksonville, which I told you in this podcast before. Somehow, some way, Jacksonville always find a way to beat Indianapolis and Jacksonville. The games I went to with Kevin and watching most of the time, they was always playing the Colts. And the Colts, for some other reason, was better than them, and they can never beat them in Jacksonville. So I won't be shocked if Jacksonville actually got a chance to win this division, which is absolutely freaking nuts. Because we were just talking about Jacksonville is just this Jekyll and Hyde football team. And you just try to understand it, but it's a roller coaster for them and their fans. And so seeing what we saw, Indy literally 2 weeks ago was literally the number 1 seed, and it's crazy how fast things change, right, Paul?
You got to win. It's one of those that you could beat up the bad teams all you want, but when you're up on Kansas City and you let them come back and beat you, and now I think for the first time this year you kind of have a little bit of heat on you. Mm-hmm. Now it's like, let's see how they respond now, because Jacksonville, they started the year off, they were leading the league in turnovers. They were causing the most turnovers. ETN was running really, really well. Bashal Tootin looks really good. So they got a nice little 1-2 punch. They got rid of Tank Bigsby. It's just the quarterback position, man. Like, they won this past week. Trevor Lawrence threw 3 picks, and they were all just god awful interceptions that, like, Arizona had every opportunity to win that football game. And it's, that's not going to fly, in crunch time of the season when you're trying to win a division or make a wild card. Like, Trevor Lawrence has to take care of the football, has to be able to, make the plays. He's the guy for them. And I know we've said this before the season even started. It's just like, at what point, do you abandon the Trevor Lawrence experiment? Like, at this point, I just don't think he's a franchise quarterback. They've put pieces around him over the years. They got a new head coach. They got a decent defense. They can run the ball, and it's still, when it comes down to him having to make a play, he just can't make the play. And like, he has spots. Like, he had some, coming out of halftime, against Arizona, he had a beautiful drive and then threw a pick in the end zone. Just like, it was tipped at the line, whatever, but the game was only close because he threw a pick to a lineman, again, off a tip ball. So I mean, some bad luck, I guess, but like, when you're built like that and you're tall and you have all these intangibles that they look for, like in a quarterback, like he passes the quarterback eye test. Like, if you just looked at him, and I think he's holding that team back. I really think at this point in his career, like there was a point over the past couple of years where, like, if you put like him and like Brock Purdy, like, stats side by side, they were almost like identical QBs, but like, it's not even close anymore. Like, he is literally a bottom tier quarterback in the NFL on a team that's 7-4. And it just sucks because, like, Jacksonville, like,
they got some talent.
They're trying to get better. Yeah, they're trying to get better. Like, they're a team that they've drafted pretty well. Obviously, it sucks that Travis Hunter went down. Like, again, like, you got a top 10 rushing attack right now. Your defense can force turnovers. You can get to the quarterback.
Good receivers,
but like
Brian Thomas Jr.
Brian Thomas having a tough year, brother. Brian Thomas having a tough year.
Yeah, he's having a tough year, but
and that's the thing too. Like, sophomore slump, whatever. But
yeah,
But Brenton Strange is really good tight end. I know he missed some games for them. So, like, it'll be interesting to see because, like, the Colts, I think the Colts still got to play Jacksonville twice, right?
Yeah.
So, like, their last couple games, they still play Jacksonville twice. So, it's going to be huge for the Colts. And if you're Buffalo, what Buffalo kind of has going for them is, aside from New England, any divisional games they have left, like, they should be able to steamroll and they should be okay. But it's very un-Josh Allen-like to have two picks, sacked 8 times, and have no touchdowns. Not even a rushing touchdown. And again, that's just hats off to how good the Texans defense really is.
Good stuff, man. We had 3 overtime games, and one of them we just talked about a little bit in the Jacksonville, Arizona. But the Kansas City Chiefs and Colts went to overtime. Sorry, Paul. Giants and the Lions went to overtime. So what do you make of these overtime games?
I knew. So they announced Jameis Winston was a starter, with Jackson Dart being in concussion protocol and all that stuff. And it's really is a shame that we started Russell Wilson this year. Like, I would have much rather started Jameis Winston when the season started, because I know in my heart of hearts that, yeah, we're probably going to lose with Jameis as our quarterback, but God damn it, is he going to be exciting? You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be Russ football. Like, Jameis is going to throw it down the field. He's going to try to make plays. And, like, that's kind of a catalyst I think you need with, like, a younger team like the Giants have. And Russ just didn't give him that spark. So then you bring in Jackson Dart and you basically run him into the ground and just literally just about kill him in 5 starts. Mm-hmm. But, like, Jameis might have had play of the year in this game. You know what I mean? Like, my man said he'll play tight end. He'll play whatever you need him to do. And that's the kind of guy you want. You just want Jameis to go out there and play. And there was almost 1,000 yards of offense in this game. It was a wild game. And the Giants, like they have the last, like, 3 or 4 weeks, they're up going into the fourth quarter. And I don't know. I think they're losing on purpose. You have to be losing on purpose. Like, ever since that Broncos debacle, they're up multiple scores going into the fourth quarter. I just know they're going to lose, and at least we got some good highlights, some good Jameis highlights.
Yeah, man.
Jahmyr Gibbs is the real deal.
He had a day, bro. He had 264 lines, 494 yards, 3 of their 4 touchdowns. Dude generated runs of 69 yards, 49 yards, and 10 yards. So he earned 184 yards, both rushing touchdowns and carries between the tackles. Dude was all over the field, dude. He had a 69-yard house call on the first place in overtime. This dude is just a monster, man. And, I know we mess around, and I know they got the nickname, Sonic and Knuckles between him and Montgomery, but this has seemed like, I know Montgomery was a starter. They still run that whole, this is their by committee 2 guys, but Gibbs a monster, huh?
It's crazy too, because Montgomery was always kind of the better, like, receiving back for them too. Like, he'd be in a lot of, like, third down packages. They could throw it to him out of the backfield, and Gibbs has turned into that guy. I mean, Gibbs is just put him on the field, and he's going to make plays. And, like, that's where we're at, man. Like, he's so explosive. Like, it's crazy. Like, literally anytime he touches the ball, it's a house call. And it sucks for David Montgomery, because, like, he dealt with injuries and kind of, lost some time, had to get kind of worked back in. I think just over that time he was out, they realized how good Jahmyr Gibbs is. And, like, Montgomery's a hell of a back to have as a spell, as your number 2 guy, but Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be really good for a really long time.
Yeah, facts, man. And the other overtime game, the Colts and the Chiefs. Chiefs was living on a prayer for their playoff hopes. They still are. But they came through the clutch here, man. They was down 20-9 with 9 minutes left. And in typical fashion, they came down and scored and had a game-winning field goal in overtime to set this up. Patrick Mahomes had 235 passing yards after halftime. Rashid Rice had 2 massive catches on the game-time drive, and then plus the game-winning one in OT. And then Kareem Hunt redeemed himself with a fumble early in the fourth quarter. Then he had a key touchdown as well, again at 140 yards. So this Chiefs team just won't die, huh?
I mean, they're getting healthy. I think that's a big part of it too. Is like not having Rashee Rice those games at the end of the year kind of hurt, because like as explosive as like Xavier Worthy can be, like he's not a number 1 wide receiver. Yeah, I mean he's more of a gimmicky guy. You put him in motion. You try to get him the ball in space. But like Brown's been a really big guy for them, and like they haven't had Pacheco. Tyquan Thornton's been huge, but like again, these aren't guys that like you're not going to win a lot of games with like those guys as your receiving core. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Kelsey's kind of been revived a little bit, but getting Rashee Rice back right now at this point of the season where every game matters is huge. And their defense is still pretty good. Chris Jones, when he wants to get to the quarterback, he can get to the quarterback. So you always got to worry about the Chiefs, man, because they've been to the Super Bowl a lot in the last few years, and it's just they have the pedigree, and it's hard to count them out. Like it's very hard to count them out. So, I mean, Broncos kind of run away with the division, so yeah, I wouldn't really fret that, but like I wouldn't want them to sneak in as a wild card.
No, they're dangerous as it is, and much I hate saying that they are dangerous, but this is the Chiefs' first 1-score victory of the season. They've been in a lot of these clutch games and lost them, but they had won 11 of these type of games last year, so their schedule for the rest of the season does seem fairly easy. I know they got the Broncos once more. That's going to determine, I would say for the most part, determine Broncos really got to beat them to see where they're going to probably be at wild card. But, they got a chance to get 10 wins, 10, 11 wins, and they can run it. So it's going to be interesting to see how they get there. So
I think the benefit you're going to have this year is that Kansas City most likely will not have a home playoff game if they get in as a wild card.
No,
which is huge because you don't want Arrowhead in the postseason. So like that's always a big advantage for them. So like if you can get them, if they can get in as a wild card, kudos to them for rallying. But like I feel like not having the home field advantage is gonna hurt them a little bit.
I got you. The Bears are streaking, huh?
Caleb Williams, man.
The Bears.
Get that man a head coach, bro. Shout out Ben Johnson.
The Bears are on top of their division, and they're 8-3 with 7-3 Green Bay and 7-4 Detroit Lions on their ass, yo. We knew. Let's say this: we saw the Bears, we talked about a little bit, and we were like, okay, they're doing something, but they're on a 4-game winning streak, dude.
You're playing well, man.
And this was an impressive victory to beat. I know it's the Steelers, and they've been rearing a little bit.
Mason Rudolph.
Yeah. But listen. This is impressive as it is what it is. They got Ben Johnson coming from the Detroit Lions as the head coach now. I know Aaron Rodgers tried to give it a go, but he was ruled out. But at the end of the day, the Bears are playing what's in front of them. And they're 8-3, dude. 8-3. Williams led all scoring drives in 4 quarters, throwing 3 touchdowns and having overcome 2 lost fumbles. And they had a sloppy game with penalties. But what do we make of the Bears here?
Caleb Williams, when he's on, like, he looks really good. Like, he makes big time throws. They put a lot of weapons around him. Mm-hmm. Almost too many. Like, DJ Moore's been banged up, but like he came alive a little bit. Roma Dunze, he's almost been like their number one guy most of the year. Colson Loveland, rookie tight end. Luther Burden, DeAndre Swift. So they have all these weapons around Caleb Williams to make him successful. And it's kind of like we were talking about earlier with Jacksonville, right? They put all these different pieces around the guy, and he's just almost regressing. And with Caleb, I think it's just like you get him a really offensive-minded coach who knows how to, work with a QB. I mean, Jared Goff was a guy who was almost written off when he was with the Rams. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, he couldn't understand certain things, or he didn't understand the playbook, or he was all this and that. And then he goes to Detroit, works with Ben Johnson, turns into a Pro Bowl quarterback. So I think it just shows, and this only being year 2, like the jump from year 1 to year 2 for Caleb Williams has been huge. Like, if he's not turning the ball over, like, the Bears offense is moving.
Yeah, that's what you mentioned, and he's learned through his mistakes with all the talent that he got around him, and they're 8-3 in a really competitive division. The Packers and the Lions are no slouch, and to be on top of that division, we'll see how it ends at the end when it comes to the rest of the season. But Detroit and the Packers, Green Bay Packers, don't sleep.
And I know we're gonna spin this and bring up the AFC North scenario, especially with Pittsburgh losing. But can we just talk about, while we're in the NFC North, can we just talk about how awful the Minnesota Vikings are? They won 14 games last year with Sam Darnold.
Gave the key to J.J. McCartney. He was ready, but he still needs some more time. And he got some receivers. I know they've been dealing with some injuries with Addison, and but they still got some weapons over there. Justin Jefferson is a beast. The running game is solid.
Gotta get him the ball, man.
The running game is solid. But yeah, the Vikings is 3 losses in a row.
Is it possible? Is it too early? I know, like, he's missed some games. I know he sat out all last year. He started the season opener, then he was out, and they had Carson Wentz going, and then they brought McCarthy back in. So, like, he hasn't played a lot of games. Like, his sample size is still pretty small.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, are we at the point, like, is he just not very good?
I still want to get more time.
Like, at this point, like, I just don't think he's that good. I think it's, he was on Michigan. He played a lot of college games. But, like, he's just not
he's talented, yo. I just want to, just like you just mentioned, he was supposed to be the guy. And then Sam Darnold just had this amazing start. And then next thing you know, they didn't want to pay Sam Darnold. And it's like, we drafted this stud in J.J. McCartney. We got to go ahead and play him. And we throw him in all this here. So you got to match for Justin Jefferson and these receivers and this offense. Here's they going from one quarterback to another quarterback, trying to learn what their tendencies are and what it is. So as he done has some stinkers, I'm trying to give him a little bit more time. But I see your criticism, Paul. I really do. But I'm giving him more time.
So I saw some analytics. So since 2000, so they keep track of this stat since 2000 called EPA, and it's expected points added. So it's like points per drop back or whatever, like how many points he's adding by being the starting quarterback. Mm-hmm. And he out of Out of 854 qualified quarterbacks in the EPA per dropback category since 2000, J.J. McCarthy currently ranks 853rd. So in his first 6 starts over the past decade, he has ranked poorly amongst complete passing yards per game, interceptions. So yeah, not great. And I know, like you said, he's dealt with injuries.
Not great, Bob.
But like that's tough. That's tough company to be in.
It is, and the whole, I don't know, man. That's why I try to. We grade Trevor Lawrence all these years, and we're just still like, okay, this is probably what he is. You know what I'm saying? And this is a deep team that is around J.J. McCartney. I don't know. I'll say this, Paul. With 6 games, the data variance is just unstable for me. This started to stick after a whole nother season, and it leans to the data you just searching this, and it's still trending that direction. You got a point.
I think it's only this bad because they were so good last year. Like they won 14 games last year. They had all the turnovers on defense. They were doing all these things. They were, Sam Darnold went off in the sunset to Seattle. And you bring in J.J. McCarthy, who, high draft pick. So like, I think like if the Vikings were like the Browns and like they were bad and then they drafted McCarthy and they threw him in and he still played bad, I don't think it would look this bad. Mm-hmm. But I think the fact that you took a 14-win team a year ago and now you're 4-7. And mind you, he's only played 6 games in his career or whatever it is. So a lot of that, not his fault, I guess.
Well, let me ask you this then, Paul. Is this on Minnesota then that they probably should have just gave? I mean, Sam Darnold deserved his contract. Sam Darnold was looking for years for this contract. But it's some way you just gotta like sacrifice, Sam Darnold, 2 more years, 3 more years here. We'll pay you what you want. Nurture this guy. You get paid. You keep these teams winning. You keep them very competitive while J.J. McCartney learn at his pace. Because that's the pressure of driving a quarterback in the first round. Your pressure to play this guy and hope that he perform with the same type of talent that he had around him as, Sam Darnold did. It's a lot, dude. It's a lot. And this is why I think some teams are like in that position to do that. Green Bay Packers did that with Love and did it with Rodgers. They had a time to do that. Now,
but it's a weird thing too, though, because like Sam Darnold this year like leads the league in interceptions. He's throwing a lot of interceptions. Just Seattle is a much better football team. They have a much better defense. They can run the ball. Jackson Smith and Jigba is having one of the best seasons a wide receiver could have. So we have Sam Darnold's got 19 touchdowns. He's got 10 interceptions. But it's like their defense doesn't give up a lot of points, so the turnovers don't really hurt you. So I think like Sam Darnold is who we thought Sam Darnold. Like he's playing like Sam Darnold. He's not. The year he had last year was very un-Sam Darnold like, where he just was just playing by the grace of God and just I don't know what was going on with Sam Darnold last year, but he's not really lighting it up in Seattle. It's just the team is so good that like it's helping him this time, and that
makes you wonder if it's a system because Baker Mayfield, who bounced around quite a bit, and we're going to Baker Mayfield. Look what he doing in Tampa Bay. Dude, it's really good questions, Paul. I mean, you got some data to back you up with J.J. McCartney, and then here you go, Sam Darnold, who was doing great in Minnesota. Now he's in another situation. The team is still competitive in the Seattle Seahawks. They're 8-3. I just, to me, you invested a first-round draft pick in this guy. I'm giving it more time with J.J. McCartney, but it has been a bad sophomore. he didn't play.
This is still his rookie year.
Exactly. So that's why I'm just trying to. I'm threading on a caution of let's see more tape. Let's see more play. Let's see. He's got.
I don't think it helps either that quarterbacks taken after him are succeeding. You know what I mean? Like we have other rookie quarterbacks from sophomore quarterbacks that were taken last year that are just far superior to JJ McCarthy. You know what I mean? The Bo Nix, the Drake Mays. You know, these guys are just literally just making the most out of an opportunity and leading their team. And
they are
on better football teams. I think
they are, but also Bo has been getting a lot of flack too. Bo's been getting killed for some odd freaking reason too. Drake May, even though, listen, we've been hearing about how easy the schedule is for the New England Patriots. So it is a double edge of the sword that, yeah, they're doing great. But a lot of people are still like, you can't be winners in this situation.
I just think people really hate the Broncos. Like people just don't want the Broncos to be good, and I don't understand why. They just find a reason. They just find a reason to just blast y'all for being 8-3 or whatever.
The family own us, like bro. The Walmart got money for days. Is that what own us? I used to work for Walmart, and I don't work for them anymore. But is that what it is? Like they just, it's weird, bro.
It's just I've never seen a team where they just find asterisks to put behind y'all's wins, man. It's crazy. I mean, you're playing right now without your best DB.
Which he did practice today. I saw Pastor Tan warming up, but we'll get into that. Hey, one more game before, and I want you to sign off on this because this was the NFC East matchup rival that we had going on here. So the Cowboys and the Eagles, that game was 24-21. Did you watch the highlights of this game? Did you don't care about this game because it's a rival, or? And I know you said you had a story behind this, but
I wasn't watching the game, and then I was watching the game, so I had a nice little like beefy little 8-leg NFL parlay, and there was I made some crazy picks. Like I had like the Colts plus 3.5. I had some unders on Jets. Like, all these games were just locks, just boom, 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 boom. I had Jacksonville. They pulled it out in overtime. So I'm like, that was the one game I was worried about. I was not worried about Philly going to Dallas. Dallas's defense is terrible. Philly should score a bunch of points. And they were up, 21-7. And then the Philadelphia Eagles did what they did multiple times this year already and did not score a single point in the second half. I don't know what they're doing. Like, again, another game where, and I'm going to take this to the grave with me when I die, Jalen Hurts throwing 40 passes, and he did not throw that much in the second half. Saquon Barkley only had 10 carries. Like, you're up 21-7, and you're not running the football. I know he had a big fumble in the fourth quarter. I know the Eagles muffed a punt, but like as good as the Eagles defense is, Dak Prescott absolutely carved them up. And I don't think we're talking enough about George Pickens. This is a guy who was literally a problem child in Pittsburgh. Everybody kind of wrote him off and all this, and he is having he might be better than CeeDee Lamb. I mean, he's hurting CeeDee's. He's hurting the market for CeeDee Lamb. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. My man wants to get paid, and they bring in George Pickens, and he 9 catches and 146 and a touchdown. I think he scored the last 3 weeks. Like George Pickens is doing the thing, bro. And like Dallas is better than their record. Like I will give the Cowboys that. Like they are better.
They are
5-1.
Facts, bro.
You know what I mean? Their defense was just so bad. What are you going to do? But and I know this was kind of like that anomaly game of they just had a player pass away, and I'm sure the emotions are really high and they want to win it. They want to win it for their guy. But Fucking Philly, bro. I don't know. I go through these waves where I really think Jalen Hurts might be the worst like Super Bowl MVP quarterback of all time. Like they baby this guy so much.
You put this in the chat. Yeah, I saw that. You put this in the chat.
They baby this guy so much,
bro.
They baby him so much, and they don't want him to make a mistake so bad that their play calling with him is just so suspect, man. And it drives me nuts. A guy, and like again, he's a guy who, like, he's been on juggernaut teams his whole life. You know what I mean? Like he went to Alabama, like we go Oklahoma. Then he goes to the Eagles, and they're just one of the best teams in football, and they got all these weapons and all this stuff, and he's just
get handed Saquon Barkley like it's nothing, bro.
And you give him Saquon Barkley, you give him AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, like all these weapons, man, and it's just. Meanwhile, their entire game plan just always seems to be, don't make a mistake, don't make a mistake. And I think it's just so embedded in this guy's brain to not make a mistake that he just doesn't take chances anymore. And it just, I don't know. It's tough because, like, if you're Philly, like Dallas gives up like 40 fucking points a game, bro. And you go an entire half without scoring.
Yeah, with 21 points. This should have been barbecue chicken. And shout out Dak Prescott because he went for 9 for 11 on 174 yards on play action passes. It was 15 yards, damn near 16 yards per attempt. Also, shout out to him. He did pass Tony Romo, a.k.a. Pat Mahomes nut hugger, for Dallas Cowboy franchise history.
You see, he almost said the N-word the other day?
Yeah. Yeah, he almost slipped. He almost
My
slipped.
boy Romo, bro.
Oh man.
No.
We're a week of football, and let's go and get into the picks, man. We dive a lot in this week. There was a lot going on, man. We
missed a week, and
so
like we said when we recorded a couple weeks ago, the Baltimore Ravens are still probably going to win that division. We didn't really touch on it much, but they're not even playing that great. But having Lamar back, Pittsburgh's reeling. We pretty much called it out that come Thanksgiving time that these teams will probably be tied. And here they are, both 6-5. Pittsburgh's had every opportunity to gain some ground, and now here we are.
Oh, Pittsburgh, you had the opportunity. Freaking Joe Burrow go down with an injury. Say he might try to come back. That's a tough energy to come back from. But good luck.
You see his post, bro? You see his post of him in the mirror?
Yeah.
LeBron, he's ready. He's home. He's back.
He said he's ready, yeah. Cleveland Browns, they now announced Shedeur Sanders is going to be starter. I guess going into this week. I don't know for the rest of the season, but that's happening.
Might as well.
Lamar Jackson apparently he's battling some kind of injury. I done read that. He's still going to try to play, though.
He's been banged up.
He's been banged up, but that's crazy that with all the Baltimore Ravens dealt with, they're on a 5-game winning streak. And pretty much is going, we got the chance to really take the division away. All they got to do is just make sure they get healthy, man, because Aaron Rodgers is old and banged up now. So it's, bro, this division is nuts. So I just sit there and look at this and like Lamar Jackson and this Baltimore Ravens as a wild card, if they get healthy, it's fucking dangerous, bro. This is going to be a dangerous wild card team. And I already said it on the podcast a few podcasts ago. Wouldn't surprise me a wild card go to Super Bowl this year. And Baltimore Ravens might be a wild card. And I picked them to go to the Super Bowl. And they may have to beat my Broncos to do it. So, I am freaking stuff running down my leg just thinking about it. Baltimore Ravens got a running game that is the best in the NFL. Their defense is not that great. But you got an offense that can move the ball, run the ball that way, and you can control the clock. Baltimore can do that with the option they have on offense too, with their receivers and tight ends. Yes, Likely and Andrews are really good tight ends. Like, they're a talented team. So this record that there are 6-5 is with injuries and all this other stuff. But Baltimore as a wild card is fucking scary, yo. It's scary.
Yeah, we have potential to have some real beefy wild card teams make the postseason.
This is
you could have Kansas City. You could have Kansas City and Baltimore. I mean, Baltimore's in the play. I mean, Baltimore's probably gonna win the division, but which is even scarier because then they'll get a home game.
Yeah, this is nuts, bro. All right, let me pull the schedule here, and then we can go over this because, as usual, we have the Thanksgiving games that's coming up. Share screen. Let me get here to the wall. All right. Thursday games for Thanksgiving. Hope you folks eat well. Me and Paul gonna do our picks, and then we'll talk a little bit about NBA Cup and close this bad boy. 3 Thursday the games, which is Super Bowl, Turkey Bowl. I call them Turkey Bowl. We just call them Turkey Bowl games. Eat well, celebrate Thanksgiving, be with family. But first game is at 1:00 on Fox. This is the Packers and the Lions division game. Should be fun. Paul, your thoughts on this game?
Detroit's just too good at home. Like, it'd be different if maybe it was in Lambeau, but the Packers aren't exactly jumping off the page this year either, as good as they should be. Jordan Love playing okay. Again, another guy, a lot of weapons around him, and I know they lost, Tucker Kraft, which he was, their number one target. And their defense isn't as good as we thought they were going to be with adding Micah Parsons. I think that's a big part of it too, is they're still not getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. So, like, I just see a big, like, Jahmyr Gibbs game this week again. I just think they're going to just gash him and Jared Goff kind of have his way. I don't see any of these DBs on Green Bay sticking with St. Brown. I just think it's a game where Detroit, and they always play well on Thanksgiving. I think they always have that going for them too. They're a big Thanksgiving team, so I'm going to go Detroit.
Yeah, I'm with you on that too, man. Detroit, tough at home. Running game is great. Jahmyr Gibbs has been eating the last few weeks. Aiden Hutchinson had a really big play to kind of seal it up.
He wants that cold-ass turkey leg to give him at the end of the game. He wants to eat that thing.
Yeah. So, to me, this all got written in the line. The Lions get a dub here. All right, our 4:30 game, the Chiefs at the Cowboys. Both of these teams came on after emotional victories here. Short week for both of them. Short week for all these teams. But the way they did in their fashion to win the game the week prior was in dramatic fashion. Who you got?
They were saying that this has potential to be like one of the highest rated, like, viewed games in like a really long time. I just think the Chiefs fans, and obviously Taylor Swift will probably be there.
And then Cowboys.
Dallas is so weird, man. Like, obviously, I think Pacheco's coming back for the Chiefs. Not that really matters. I think Kareem Hunt's still going to get the grunt of those carries for them, but something about the Chiefs, like 6-5, you can get to 7-5. I just think it means more for the Chiefs to win this game, and like in big games, it's hard to go against Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. So I'm gonna take the Chiefs.
I hear you, and I hear you 100%. But the Chiefs are really bad on the road. They're 1-4 on the road. Cowboys, they both came out emotional victories. I'm going with the Cowboys this one. Then the Cowboys gonna get them. Gonna get them, bro. So, be a surprising victory, but the Cowboys will beat the Chiefs. Bengals at the Ravens. Oh God, Yeah. It's an NBC game.
Joe Burrow's back, baby. Joe Burrow's back. Jamar Chase is back after spitting on Jalen Ramsey.
Never spent a human being with Jalen Ramsey is a pain in the ass. So it doesn't tell you to spit on somebody, but he's annoying.
That's the best quote from the whole thing is Jalen Ramsey said that's what bitches do. Spit on people. But I feel like the Bengals just I like the drama of Baltimore getting to 7-5 and just putting heat on Pittsburgh and potentially winning that division. I'm enjoying that little race atop the AFC North, so I'll take Baltimore.
I'm with you, man. I got the Ravens winning too. But welcome back, Joe Burrow. Welcome back.
Joe Cool.
Joe Cool. Black Friday game at 3:00 p.m. This is on Prime Video. This is the Bears and the Eagles, both for 8-3. This is going to be a really good game. Eagles a piss show. Eagles going to bounce back and excuse the run as the Bears been making, and they're still a really good football team, but I think the Eagles bounce on them.
No, I'm taking the Bears, bro.
Ooh, love it.
I'm taking the Bears.
Love it. Yeah.
Caleb Williams.
Yeah, Mac.
Caleb Williams is better than Jalen Hurts. Let's go.
All right. I love it. Love it. Sunday games.
I want the smoke.
You want all the smoke. I hear you. Sunday game. We got the Rams and the Panthers, 1:00. Rams,
dude. Rams.
Rams are rolling.
I'm pretty sure they were a dark horse Super Bowl pick for me when the season started. I really like the Rams. Matt Stafford's playing out of his mind. Sean McVay is just a really good head coach. The way he schemes that team, they're playing so good. Defense is really good. Offense is crazy. Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua. Yeah, I as good as the Panthers kind of have been playing the last few weeks, I think they get absolutely thrashed by the Rams.
So not to mention this, I know we talked about the Panthers, but let's scroll down and look at the division here. The Bucks and the Panthers are in a dogfight for the division, yo. There's a chance the Panthers match is coming, but that's crazy.
Isn't it funny?
Bro.
Isn't it funny how no matter how good the season starts in that division, it's still the someone's got to have it division every year?
It is crazy. And it's the Panthers of all teams. We weren't thinking about the Panthers being a threat in this division.
Nah, we all thought Atlanta would do better.
Yeah, we thought Atlanta would be on them. I didn't think the Panthers would be in this. And they're in it, yo. This is a tough game to get, though. I don't see them being the Rams. But a few weeks from now, we could probably be talking about the Panthers leading the division, yo. It's a possibility. I'm just throwing it out there.
It's crazy. It's a crazy world, man. Tampa needs help.
Tampa's reeling, man. They do a lot of injuries too, but man, the Panthers, bro. Like, hey, listen, I don't know they'll I think there's gonna be a blowout by the Rams, but the Panthers put a dogfight in them, bro. Hey, I'm here for it. The 49ers and the Browns.
Shadur's in for a real wake up call.
Mm-hmm. Come to the lead moment.
This is the big leagues. This is the big leagues now.
Yeah. You ain't playing the Raiders.
And again, the Browns won last week, but like Shadur really only made a couple throws. Like he had one nice one down the field, and then he threw that screen that they scored off of that they took to the house. You know what I mean? It wasn't anything too crazy. Like his numbers don't jump off the page. It wasn't like, oh, they won because of Shadur Sanders. Like the Browns the Browns are competitive in games because their defense is so good, and Myles Garrett is probably going to set the single season sack record. But I don't see a world where Shadur Sanders beats the 49ers.
No, but I am going to see how he's going to respond, see how he's going to play. And this is a home game, and this is a really good football team, the San Fran 49ers. So, see what they got. A lot of fans are screaming for him. Dylan Gable's back, but they still gonna go with Shador. So, we'll see what happens, man. Division game, Texans and the Colts. Ooh. This could be interesting, yo. Daniel Jones against this defense. Oh man,
This is one of those Danny Green famous like pressers where like if the Colts lose, it's like they are who we thought they were. Like they're good, but they're not 8-3 good. And like now they're playing against a really, really good defense. Like my only concern is Davis Mills is still probably the starting quarterback if you're Houston. So that's my only concern is because the Colts defense is
good. Yeah, they're
and they do force takeaways. So like, but like if you're Houston, like they just don't give up a lot of points. And like I think if the Colts can't score a lot of points, and it turns into a dogfight. Do you want to take the better defense? But
I hear you.
I'll take the Colts at home in the Dome, just because I feel like the Dome's going to cater to their offense.
Yeah. Jonathan Taylor, does he get over 100 yards this game?
Scrimmage yards, yes. I don't know if he's going to run for 100, but he'll get 100 scrimmage yards.
Okay. That's fair. I got the Colts too. I got the Colts winning. Saints and the Dolphins. The Dolphins have been on a little streak here lately. And they're playing the Saints. Dolphins. Dolphins.
Yeah, Saints are bad, man. Saints are bad.
Saints are brutal.
Saints are bad.
Falcons and Jets. There is no Michael Penix. He's out for the rest of the year. I want to say he's out for the rest of the year.
Is what's his face starting for the Jets? Teddy Bridgewater?
Tyrod Taylor?
Oh, Tyrod Taylor. Yeah. Tyrod Taylor. Yeah. Teddy Bridgewater's on somebody else. I forget who he plays for, but like that's
the Bucs.
Situation.
He played for the Bucs.
That's right.
Yeah.
He was like coaching in college like last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a high school coach.
Then he got kicked out for like paying his kids or something. They like fucking
something like that, buying them lunch and all that stuff, which is weird. Okay, but not no big deal. It's all good. Like that's goofy.
That's right. So Tyrod Taylor versus Kirk Cousins.
Oh, buddy. Ugh. Oh, goody. This is such a beautiful game. I'm going to Jets. Jets win.
I'm taking the Falcons, man. Jets are just bad, dude.
All right. The Cardinals at the Bucs.
I've lost all faith in Tampa.
They're not losing this game, though.
Baker got hurt against the Rams. I don't know if he's playing, so it might be Teddy Bridgewater.
Ooh, that's a good question. Yeah, Baker did get hurt.
And Jacoby Brissett, journeyman QB, but
he's not ruled out.
He keeps things exciting.
He's not ruled out.
Yeah, but
he's impressed him.
Oh, man. This is when Tampa's got to win this one, right?
That's why I say I don't see
this is one of those like they got to have it.
They got to have
the Panthers on their necks. You know what I mean?
The Carolina Panthers on their ass, yo.
I'm gonna take Tampa, man.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bucs.
I can't.
Bucs gonna get a little cushion room. I get the intrigue though. I do because it's like here we go. The Bucs should have ran away the division, and now it's interesting again because we made the joke for the last few years on this podcast. Somebody got to have a division, and here we are again. I'm coming to this same conclusion, but it's the Carolina Panthers show. Jaguars and Titans. Cam Ward spoke on that. It was probably his best game that he played the week before. Jaguars win.
Jaguars.
But I will say this though, knowing how Trevor Lawrence throwing the ball, this will be a close game.
I'll tell you right now, they will not win this game because of Trevor Lawrence. They might lose it because of Trevor Lawrence, but they ain't gonna win it because of Trevor Lawrence. They're gonna run the ball with ETN and Bashal Tutin. They'll probably force a couple turnovers. And they should win this pretty easily, I would think.
Fair. Sunday, 4:00 game, starting with the Vikings and the Seahawks. I don't need to dissect
a little revenge
Seahawks
game for Sam Darnold. A little Sam Darnold revenge game. Vikings are bad, dude. I feel bad for Justin Jefferson.
Yeah,
I'm taking Seattle.
Same. Raiders at the Chargers. Not a stinker. Chargers win.
Raiders fired Chip Kelly.
Yeah.
Not saying much. They're still bad. The Chargers are a weird team too, though. Like they've lost some games that they should win. You know what I mean?
They got spanked by Jacksonville 2 weeks ago. Jacksonville always seem to have their number. Can't explain it.
Yeah.
Jacksonville always seem to have their number.
Raiders are bad though, man.
Yeah, I don't see the Raiders pulling up upset.
Chargers. I'm taking Chargers. Yeah.
Bills and Steelers. This actually might be a good game. Depending on Aaron Rodgers' play.
Yeah, if it's Mason Rudolph, Steelers are in trouble.
I'm still going Buffalo. Buffalo wins.
Yeah. Buffalo's going to win, and then Baltimore will be in first place.
Yep. I'm sorry, America, for the Sunday night game, but the Broncos and the Commanders. I heard that Jaden is 1 week away, so he's not going to play.
Why even put him back in there? Like, why even do it?
Against this defense, too. Don't do it.
But why even do it at all? Like, you're 3-8. Like, what are you playing for?
I like Jaden. I like Jaden Daniels. Don't do him against this defense like this, bro. Do next week. Let him rest.
I wouldn't do him at all. I would shut him down.
And then we possibly getting Pastor Tan back too. Yeah.
Y'all lead the league in sacks by a lot.
By a wide margin. Double digits.
Like it's not even close. Like y'all get to the quarterback.
And we just paid Malcolm Roach too. But
yeah, it's another game where the Broncos will probably win, and then everybody's gonna say, well, they beat the Commanders without Jaden Daniels. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, love to hear it. There it is.
Fuck out of here.
All right. Yep. Broncos.
I'm sorry for Monday Night Football, guys. I'm sorry. This is how we're gonna start December off.
Giants at the Pats. And it's our first game in December.
I literally think we packed it in. I think, like I said, I don't think we're playing. We're just trying to get a draft pick at this point. God damn, Patriots are 10-2.
Patriots has been living on the wire though.
Jeez, when's their bye week? Fuck.
You looking it up?
No, I don't care. But I just they played every week. It's crazy.
It feels like that, yeah.
We're in week 13. They've had a bye week yet.
It's gotta be coming up soon.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, but doesn't matter. Patriots at home in prime time. Pats go 11-2.
All right.
I've lost all faith in I can't even pick the Giants just like with my heart anymore.
All right, so let's go over to the NBA Cup. We'll cover this real quick. But this is so far the group Toronto Raptors lead Group A, 4-0 with a plus 54-point differential. Orlando Magic lead Group B with a 61-point differential. They end up playing Detroit for Game 4 on Friday. The Raptors play the Indiana Pacers. Miami Heat is leading Group C with a plus 52-point differential and end up playing Milwaukee. Milwaukee is still without Giannis Antetokounmpo. West in Group A, Oklahoma City Thunder, who is playing currently. They're up 7 right now against the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Plus 70-point differential? What the fuck?
That's stupid, yo. Yeah, they're
I mean, look at the Magic, bro. Plus 61.
That came off in the game last night, though.
I don't know, y'all low key stomped the Knicks the other day too. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man, yeah, man. I was bad. Hey, Paul and George, I'm not direct and my trash talk to them. They're cool Knicks fans. It's everybody else that I know that I talk to about Knicks fans that I never directed.
What's more impressive is Portland. Portland is first in Group C with a negative 18-point differential. Make it make sense, dude.
Oh, dude. And then here it is. So the Nuggets, which if they tie that, the point differential going to go to Denver. If they tie, it's going to go to Denver. Yeah.
As it should.
Right. But it's going to be
how
crazy.
bad did Houston beat them? By 40? Oh yeah, 140 to 116. So 24 points. That means that they've played close games the whole time, then they got stomped. Okay.
Yeah. So NBA Cup is on in full swing. It's been a lot of competitive games. Detroit Pistons up losing tonight against Boston. So that we're gonna make this interesting for when they play Detroit on Friday. What do you think of the NBA so far? I mean, I know we just looking at NBA Cup, but what's your overall thoughts so far?
I mean, some of the teams are kind of like who we thought they'd be, I think. Like just overall, like if you look at just the standings in general, like Detroit's really good. I don't think anyone thought Toronto would be this good. It's at 13-5. I think Toronto's, the addition of Brendan Ingram and Emmanuel Quickly and RJ Barrett, like their starting five is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Orlando, they started off rough, but I think they just got to get the pieces together. But that's adding a wing to your starting lineup. I think is huge. And then obviously Paolo's been out the last week or so.
Should be coming back within a week though. That's what I heard.
So OKC's doing OKC things. I think we all kind of expected that. The Lakers without LeBron, I mean, he's back now, but I mean they're number 2 in the West. Good for them. I mean, skinny Luka. I think for me the Pacers. I think the Pacers. I know, they lost Halliburton and they got rid of Miles Turner, but they gotta be losing on purpose. They're tanking. I think.
Hey, and if you see the draft prospect this year, I don't blame them.
Well, I saw a thing that if they finish bad enough, they'll actually get a draft pick back they traded.
Yeah,
because it was a pick swap. So they actually get back a lottery pick if they finish bad enough.
Yeah,
which is wild.
And strategy, get a top draft pick, bring Tyrese Halliburton back with Pascal Siakam and the rest of that core that they have. They'll be right back in the midst of things next year. So to them, keep it up. Yeah, I would say this. Detroit, I think they're good, but I don't think they're in the season number 1. Me personally, I kind of saw some All NBA Elite City podcast where it kind of highlights just the point differential and schedule easiness. Oklahoma's ranked number 1, Detroit's ranked number 2, Toronto's ranked number 4. Cleveland had this big start last year, so I try to throw caution on that. And I try to do this every year, just try to look at it. A lot of people I try to tell with the Magic, just be patient. A lot of people's out voicing fire the coach after 4 games, which is just dumb. But for the most part, Desmond Bane, you're incorporating a high usage guy to 2 high usage guys and Paolo in front, so it's just going to take some time. Atlanta is doing all this without Trae Young. Very impressive. New York Knicks, I know they had some injuries too.
We're bad on the road. We cannot win a road game.
Yeah. OG Anunoby seemed to be the S factor for you guys, and I know he missed a couple of games too. Cleveland is dealing with a lot of injuries. I think Derek Carr only played 4 some games. Tyler Hero did return, so he's starting to get back in fruition. And he had
for Cleveland too. They've been really good defensively the last few years, and they are not good on defense. They are not playing good defense this year.
Show some love to Toronto. Brandon Ingram, come over there. I know he was traded in the midseason last year. I kind of got to sit down, watch how the team play. Darko's their head coach. Toronto is playing very well. Got a lot of wings that can defend, can do multiple things. So Toronto being up here, starting out the season, very good for them. Emmanuel Quickly, you know him very well as a former Knicks. Solid. Giannis went down with an injury, so that's why the Bucks kind of been slumping. Philly's dealing with injury. Chicago started off hot, and then they kind of cooled off. Boston is dealing with Jason Tatum, who might possibly come back. Boston is where we thought they would be, dealing with a Jason Tatum injury. Denver Nuggets, Houston Rockets, Kevin Durant had – apparently Kevin Durant had a baby.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's why he missed the game. He missed the game. Like, everybody trying to figure out why he missed the game. We just thought it was a definite fine. No, I think he done had a kid.
Oh, good for him.
Good for him. Wemby's out. No, he's out for a little bit. The Phoenix Suns started off very well.
They got rid of Bradley Beal, man. They got rid of Bradley Beal.
Yeah. Golden State started off hot, and they're kind of fizzling out a little bit. Timberwolves, same.
I thought Minnesota would be better than 10-7, but
I thought so too.
They had a tough schedule. I think they played some tough games, man. Like the Western Conference is always going to be tough.
Yeah, but I would say this: if you look at the West versus the East is super competitive this year compared to the West. So what is it? Let's look at the. We go here. So Philadelphia is 529 winning percentage over here at 10. You go to 10 over here to the Memphis Grizzlies.
33.
So the Clippers, I know Chris Paul announces retirement again. I know he announced it before, but I guess nobody didn't care, so he did it again. Which I love Chris Paul. Give me right. Listen, that's Cuzzo. He got my last name. So I was hoping that Dwight, he was going to come to Orlando. I was like, I'm going to have my first Paul Magic jersey. That's going to be awesome. Didn't happen that way. But the Clippers are old. We played them. I sold my team. I didn't want to go to that game. And I'm glad I did because I kind of forecast was going to happen. James Harden and everybody else is old. Orlando just ran them out of the gym. So
yeah.
The Clippers are just old. Dallas Mavericks are dealing with injuries. And then there's been rumors that your Knicks are interested in Anthony Davis. So there might be a potential for Anthony Davis and Carmine Towns.
I don't want that guy.
I was about to ask your thoughts on that. So
him and Mitchell Robinson at this point are the same guy. Are they going to play? What are they going to do?
Yeah, and then the Pelicans. Besides Derek Queen
basketball team. Jesus.
So I kid you not, they played against the Atlanta Hawks about a week ago. The Atlanta Hawks, they got their solid team. They're great. There were more Hawks fans in the building than it was for the Pelicans.
Yo, speaking of Derek Queen, that guy, he might be under investigation, bro. Did you see the other day they were down by like 30? And I forget who they were playing, but they were just trying to dribble the ball out. And this man made a steal and did a fast break layup with like no time left.
Yeah, that was against the Hawks. It was against Cringy, because Cringy almost got in a fight against him. Like, what was that? Like,
someone said that he was betting on something. There's no reason. There's literally no reason to make that play otherwise. He had some skin in the game, bro.
Is it a shame that if he was just literally just trying to make the play? And listen, you may be right. He might be investigated for doing something that's shady, but
he's built like a guy that's putting money on the game. Like, you seen Derek Queen?
Yeah, but what is
he's on Prize Picks.
He's from Maryland, so yeah, no surprise. Oh, don't.
That man's on Prize Picks, bro.
But I just. The guy was still playing, so now he's being investigated because the sensitivity that we had to gambling with Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier and freaking Malik Beasley. The list goes on. Like, it's going to be like, because the guy would make a steal, and he's a rookie. He's a young player, so he wants to go ahead and score and play.
I'll tell you this. I will tell you this. Depending on when you bet on that game, if you bet on it early enough, I'm pretty sure that layup hit the over. I think if you bet on it late, it missed by like a point. So like, it's one of those things. Like, depending on when you made the play, it all just seems weird to me. But he's playing well. I mean, Zion can't stay on the court. I don't know. I think people thought Utah would be a little bit better.
5-12.
Sacramento's dealing with a lot of injuries. Sabonis is out.
Yeah, Sabonis is out. They already said that anybody's available for Sacramento Kings except for Keegan Murray and Neat Clifford. So
why
anybody
Keegan
else?
Murray? Why Keegan Murray?
Younger
You have
player
Keegan Murray.
can be around him. He's like, yeah, that's what we reported. So those are the two names that I heard that the Kings are. And
so like just like I said with Minnesota, Minnesota's 10-7. 6 of their losses are against the Western Conference. So they're just getting stomped out by the West, and they're about to lose again to OKC tonight. So, and the Thunder, shout out to the Thunder, they're doing all this without Jalen Williams.
Here's the thing, because next year they really got these contract extension kicks in with Chet and Jalen Williams, and something came out that Jalen Williams, based on the game criteria, done missed out on a Supermax. With Sam Presti's not complaining, by the way. You get to save money on a Supermax from the guy that was on the All-NBA team last year and try to do it again. So, yeah, you get to save some money. But that kind of proposed the question, are we running to another situation a la James Harden again, that who they going to make a choice between Chet and Jalen Williams?
I think Jalen Williams is the better player. If I had to make that decision,
They love Chet, though. And
I know. It's hard not to like him.
But here's the thing: they did that, and then they thought about. So it's funny how parallels happen, because you mentioned this, and I wonder what decision they're gonna make this time, because they end up getting rid of James Harden, but they kept Russ, and they kept KD, and they also kept Serge Ibaka. So I wonder how they're gonna do this parallel this time, because apparently they rave over Chet. They rave over Chet. They believe his ceiling is super high. And J-Dub is a fantastic player. But who can get more better out of the two? And that's a question that is proposing to themselves, is like, I don't know. So
I just think when you're looking at the way the structure is built, like, I think Jalen Williams is more valuable he can be on the court when Shea's not. He can handle the ball. He can make plays. He's a facilitator. He can get his own shot. Like, there's nights like tonight. Like, Chet's not doing a whole lot tonight against Minnesota. Like, you put a big team against him, and you put some bigs in his chest. I think that it kind of affects him a little bit. Super talented, rare specimen of an athlete. Super tall. He can shoot it. But I just think that, like, the NBA is in a place where the wings are the most valuable position on the court, and Jalen Williams is a two-way guy. And I know Chet's a rim protector, but again, he's not. His size can be scary because he's vulnerable to injuries.
Yeah.
So, like, that's the only thing. I just think that if you're OKC, especially with Hartenstein, like, if you can keep Hartenstein locked up, like, I don't think you necessarily need. Yeah, but I just think you would need Chet not at a super max. Mm-hmm. But that's just me.
Yeah, this is a great thing that they're in. They got a lot of draft picks to kind of play with that flexibility and draft room. And some of these teams, I think they got a Clippers pick as well. And the Clippers are bad, so they potentially have a lottery pick. Man, they just are buddy. OKC's eating. All right, anything we need to add, man? I think we're good here.
No, bro, I'm good, man. I'm ready for a little holiday break, bro.
I hear you, man. Got one day and then relax and be at it again, man. I'm so thankful that the Magic got all these road games, so I can just kind of not go to Kia Center for a bit. I got saved for this trip. I didn't tell you. I ended up committing to. I'm gonna go watch them play in London, so I ended up buying my.
Oh.
Yeah, so Cortez does London. So, me and my homeboy Yachty, he works. He got a good deal on a hotel, so he's got a hotel. So all I have to do is just pay my plane ticket and my ticket to the arena.
Okay.
Go around London for a few days, and I think a train trip to Paris is only an hour away. All right, look at the prices there and back. One round trip is $150, $125. It's not bad. So
watch out, bruv.
That's right. Cortez is going to do Europe a little bit.
You gotta vlog that. You gotta vlog that for the pod, bro.
Absolutely, man. Get in there. But yeah, looking forward to this. Should be fun, man. But yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this bad boy up, man. I know we got stuff that we got to do. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for listening. Once again, we do this. We try to do this definitely. Well, I know we say every week, but it's been we've been busy, bro.
Holiday season, man.
Holiday season. Basketball season in full effect. I'm the season ticket holder, so. But they got a lot of road games coming up the next few months. They'll get more content out. Footballs is coming to a full swing. So, but guys, make sure y'all stay tuned with me and Paul. We'll get the content out there one way or another. We'll probably, if we don't get it out, we'll probably figure out doing some shorts or something like that, like some of our other.
Yeah, we'll get something out there. Yeah.
We gonna work on that. But you can follow the podcast at BLC Podcast. You can follow it on Paul. Give me your information.
Yeah, I'm on X at _Paul_Mac, and I'm on Instagram at thePaulMac520.
Absolutely. You can find me at _CP on Twitter. That's what we call it nowadays. BOC Podcast, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, X. You can also get Balls on the Court Podcast on Facebook. Type in the whole name. Give us a like, comment, shout there. You can also tune us in to radio.fm every day Thursdays. Happy Thanksgiving. If you're listening. Please give us a check there. Where you heard us before, iTunes, TuneIn Radio, all these other stuff. Please check us out there. Once again, thanks for tuning in, listening. It's always a blast doing this with Paul Mack. He had a dinner before. He was able to come on the show. We get some of these other guys coming in here. I was going to try to get Tom to come on the show, but he's ducking me right now because the Eagles are hurting. So I saw Tom a few days in a row, and Tom's been ducking me. He's been hiding. So that's my guy.
Keep the energy, Tom. Keep the energy, pal.
I love it. So, all right. Hey, well, speaking for Paul, Matt, Cortez, Paul, Balls on the Court Podcast, once again, happy Thanksgiving wherever you are. And thanks for listening.
Peace.